Howdy travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and today's adventure we are still on Mount Desert Island for the summer. We are going to be exploring the west side of the island. Now, what's called the quiet side. Reason why is mainly because it doesn't get as much traffic as the east side of the island where the main part of Acadia National Park is at. There is still quite a bit of people that do go out there, but it's nothing compared to the main park. I'm not going to be doing any of the hikes today. I will probably have separate videos for specific hikes going forward, but today I'm just going to do my 5 top places on the west side of the island that are non-hikes. So let's go ahead, we're going to get in the car and we're going to journey on. All right guys, come on. All right, so the first stop and number 5 on my list of top 5 places that are non-hikes in the western side of Mount Desert Island is the Indian Point Nature Preserve. It was founded by the Blogden family, I believe in the late 1960s. They owned this land and they gave up a certain portion of it to become a nature preserve. It's kind of a cool little spot too because this part of the island escaped the 1947 Great Fire that destroyed Bass Harbor and a good chunk of the eastern side of the island. So as we kind of go through, you're going to see there's a lot of more maturation to this side of the island, in particular this part of the forest, compared to the east side where the main part of Acadia National Park is. So we're going to walk the 1.3 mile trail, just kind of get a feel for it, and I hope you guys enjoy. This is number 5. See, one of the things is why it's called the quiet side of the island is places like this nature preserve. There was like 4 cars in the parking lot, and they're probably scattered somewhere along the trails out here. And it's, as you can listen, definitely the quiet side. Like if you just want to escape and just kind of enjoy yourself, particularly in the height of the summer when the major part of Acadia National Park is just filled with people on the hikes. This side of the island is definitely worth a check, like a like a half day or even day trip, particularly once you put in all the 5 places that I'm doing for this video. But the sense of quiet, it's fantastic. And of course, can't beat this view. Just being lost in these trees is phenomenal. Alright, so I've made it to the end of the trail here in the Indian Point Nature Preserve. This is Indian Point. This is basically probably one of the closest points from the north side of the island without actually going over the land bridge over to the mainland, which is right over there. That's where you have the town of Trenton is over around that way. And of course onwards to Ellsworth and then Bangor about an hour after that. But anyway, yeah, this is Indian Point. It's kind of a great little spot to just sit and relax at the end. You get a nice view of Mount Desert Narrows, the ocean out here. There's even a couple of really cool red chairs that they have here. And it looks like they put it in the memory of someone named Janice. I don't know who Janice Chilson is, but you know, rest in peace to them. And it's kind of cool. You just have this little spot. It's a great spot because it faces north and west, so you get a good definitely get a good sunset from here. Not my favorite place for the sunset, although it is really beautiful. I'll be taking you guys to my favorite place for the sunset. That'll be number 1 at the end of the video. But anyway, this is the end of number 5. Now onwards to number 4. All right, so we are at number 4, and number 4 is called Pretty Marsh. This is on the west side of the island. It is one of the furthest points west on the island, and it's kind of just a nice little forested area, just a small little trail. The last one was, about 1.3 miles one way, so that is kind of like a nice long walk. This one is just more of a little downslope down to the water, little pavilion, and then you have stairs that go down to the Pebble Beach, and it's kind of just a really, really nice spot to come and relax. This would be the second best spot for a sunset. Okay, so this is the pavilion that's down here where you basically would come for a picnic. What's really kind of cool is it's sheltered in case you get a little bit of rain. It's got 2 big tables. That's enough to, honestly, you could probably put like a dozen people in here just on the tables. Plus you have a few benches along the railings all around, so you can fit a good party in here. There's also, of course, a little fireplace, fire pit as well. You just have to bring your own wood, and of course make sure that you put your fire fully out when you're done. You don't want to burn down any vegetation or anything around here, but it's all a really, really nice place. It's like on Google Maps it says picnic area. So this is a place that's truly, truly picnic area. But we're going to go downstairs and we're going to go check out the water real quick, and then we'll head on to number 3. All right, so down here by the water, just came down those steps, and it is, one of the best views. It's so peaceful, quiet. You just hear the water just kind of lapping up against the rocks, against the shore here. It's a pebble beach, so keep your shoes on. It will hurt your feet if you come barefoot down here, unless you're used to that. It's up to you. But anyway, it's just a beautiful spot to just come down and relax. You can actually also, if you can bring them down here, this is a great place to push off if you're paddleboarding or kayaking. You just have direct access, go right into the waterfall and hit the Narrows. You have the main island, or the mainland is right over there, all going up down that side. And you can see like houses in the background there. It's such a fantastic spot to just kind of sit and relax, have something to eat. The pavilion's up there if you want to have your party or whatnot. But definitely Pretty Marsh, number 4 on the quiet side non-hiking list, is fantastic. Alrighty, onward to number 3. Okay, so spot number 3 on the quiet side of the island, that is my favorite, is Seal Cove. This is another picnic area. This, however, is not part of the park, so you don't need a park pass for this area. And it's a beautiful spot. Honestly, the road that loops around in this kind of like outlet and is the most western point of the island is a really, really nice drive. So definitely recommend taking a drive through here. But the picnic area is kind of the primo spot. It actually has a boat launching area, so if you have a boat out and you're out and around the island, you can always dock here just to get off and have a quick picnic, or just kind of drive up. It's a fantastic area. It does have a few fire pits as well, again, fire safety and all that stuff, but definitely a great spot to get a fire going, roast some hot dogs or whatever you got going on. But it is definitely probably one of the more picturesque places for a picnic. I like the Pretty Marsh a little bit more, just because it's a little bit quieter, it's a little bit more secluded, and you're surrounded by the forest. But this is more picturesque than that. So definitely, I'll give you guys a look around, and I hope you guys enjoy Seal Cove. We're off to number 2. All right, so we are at spot number 2 of my favorite 5 non-hiking places on the west side of Mount Desert Island, and this is Ship Harbor Trail. It's a relatively small trail. It's a lot easier than the first spot we went to, which was the Indian Point Nature Preserve. It's, I think, full total round trip, maybe about a mile. Not as much incline or decline, and it's beautiful, just like little forest trail to here, the AAA cliffs behind me, the one I'm standing on, and then of course the 2 in the background. And of course you have the Ship Harbor around here, and the inlet goes down that way. Along the trail you have beautiful little spots to get nice pictures of the inlet. It looks fantastic. But this is one of my second favorite spot on this side of the island. That's not involving hiking and being on top of any kind of mountains. And you know, not too bad of a sunset view either. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this trail here, and then we're off to number 1. Okay, so I am at the very last spot, and this is number 1 of the non-hiking spots on the west side of Mount Desert Island. This is, of course, the famous Bass Harbor Headlight. Of all the spots that we went to today, it's my number 1 favorite, and of course, it is also the most crowded. This is the one spot, really, on this west side of the island that gets as much business as any other part in Acadia National Park. But it's worth it. Like the sunset from here with the lighthouse right behind me in the background, phenomenal. It's like, if you look at any kind of photography books about Acadia National Park or blogs or whatnot, almost everybody has got a shot of Bass Harbor Headlight, and a lot of them have a sunset shot. I tried my best to get here right around the sunset time. I was just a couple minutes late, and of course there was a marine layer that's on the low end out in the distance, so we didn't get the full sun sinking below. But you know what? I think I was able to get a couple good shots, and of course give you guys a good view as well of the area. But it's a great lighthouse. Like I said, the only one actually on this island as big as it is, and it was built in 1858, and I believe it is still an active Coast Guard a lighthouse, so it is still active up in there. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this journey around the west side and the quiet side of Mount Desert Island. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and tell me what you think. Did you think my order was correct if you've been to all 5? Or if there's other places that are non-hiking spots, let me know. I'll definitely get to some of the hiking spots on the west side coming up shortly. So anyway, guys, Travel Dons, have a wonderful night, and I am signing off. Peace.